We have been talking about this all week, leading up to these cold temperatures, not just cold, but could be even historically cold temperatures.
Yeah, seriously frigid. I mean, this morning feeling down to -25, -30 degrees with those wind chills. Yikes. Yeah. It's going to be cold throughout the rest of the day too. And tomorrow morning, we'll actually be able to see colder temperatures read on the thermometer.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it gets a little bit worse from here. But after that, we do improve throughout the weekend. We'll talk about that in just a second here. But first, I do want to point out that we've got an extreme cold warning in place for Ottawa, Kent, and Ionia counties, and everybody north of that. Cold weather advisories are in place for Allegan, Barrie counties to the south of that, and everybody over on the east side of the state too. Both of those alerts will be in place until tomorrow at 11 a.m. It really is no surprise that we are going to be seeing a blue weather ball. 13 weather ball is blue. Colder weather is in view. It's also blinking bright as we do have more snow in sight, at least for lakeshore counties. This view sponsored by LaFontaine Ford of Grand Rapids. Around temperatures throughout the rest of the day could be creeping just north of 0 degrees, but not by a lot. A whopping 2 degrees for our high for Grand Rapids, Ionia, 4 degrees only for Kalamazoo, and beyond that dropping right back down into the negatives already by about 6 p.m. If you've got any dinner plans, well, it's going to be very cold. You want to make sure that you're bundled up and also prepared for some snowfall out along the lakeshore. There's a lot to pay attention to here heading into tonight, lasting into tomorrow. By tomorrow morning, we could end up seeing temperatures that are dropping down into the -20s. -23 degrees for Grand Rapids would be just 1 degree off from the all-time record low temperature that West Michigan, or at least Grand Rapids, has ever seen on record since the late 1800s. Now, throughout the rest of the morning, sticking with those negatives, and once again, we are going to feel even colder than that. Still -11 by about 7 a.m. for Grand Rapids. We are returning to the positive digits once we get into Saturday afternoon. It's not warm by any means, but improvement throughout the rest of the weekend is on the way. Now, we're staying breezy throughout the rest of today into tonight and tomorrow morning. We do start to see winds that are calming down just a little bit, wind gusts that are only up to about 10 to 15 miles an hour. Now, that is certainly going to help us out. Any amount of wind, of course, does make things a lot more uncomfortable, but it is going to leave our feels like temperatures not too far off from what the actual temperature will read as. So this morning it's been extremely cold, still feeling like we are down in the -20s, negative teens for our feels like temperatures this afternoon, feeling close to -30 once again by tomorrow morning. But Saturday afternoon, there's that improvement. Negative single digits at very least, and we still will be able to see even greater improvements into the end of the weekend. More snowfall is on the way. Lake effect snow currently for some of our lakeshore counties, sticking to the immediate lakeshore throughout tonight into tomorrow morning before it tapers off into late Saturday morning. As far as how much snow we're looking at, about 1 to 3 inches possible by 8 p.m. Could stack that up to about 3 to 5 inches possible along the immediate lakeshore by the time we get into late tomorrow morning, and then we're a lot clearer throughout the rest of the day. Saturday pretty quiet, but a system sliding to our south could bring a bit of snowfall further north on Sunday. That would largely be for those that are south of I-96 before it starts to move out. But getting into the beginning of the next week, following behind that system, still additional lake effect expected. This could bring a few inches of accumulation, possibly about 1 to 4 inches is what we would be looking at, mainly south of Grand Rapids. Beyond that, more snow chances into next week too. As for today, temps out near the lakeshore, single digits only, just a few degrees above 0 for many areas. Hovering around 0 for our northern zone, our southern zone, seeing temperatures that will be down into the negatives, possibly some lower single digits, but it will feel well colder than that all day long. Your 13 on your side, 7-day forecast. Temps down to about -15, possibly closer to -20 by the time we hit tomorrow morning, and feeling closer to -30. Beyond that, we are returning to the double digits by Sunday. We could be in the upper teens into next week, but snow chances stick around Sunday all the way through Wednesday.
Ooh, those cold temperatures. I cannot believe how cold we're getting over the next couple days.
Yeah, and 18 next week never felt so good.
So balmy.